back to the channel. Today a quick review for this, The Wastelands by Stephen King. Now this book was first published in 1991 and is the third entry in Stephen King's The Dark Tower series. But for me personally, it is the seventh book in my extended Dark Tower read through. There's probably videos on my channel about that already, but if you're interested. But at this point, we are very well established in the series. We know the characters, we know the nature of the universe to an extent, though this goes off the beaten track to some point. Now, it's obviously quite a long book. Stephen King, he does long books. In hardback, this is actually less than 500 pages, but in paperback, like this one here, is 585 pages. What that means is about 180,000 words. So it's a long book, but not quite a double length book. I took a little over a week to read this. I am a slower reader, though. I think most experienced readers that read kind of like 300 words per minute, they're probably going to knock this out in less than a week. So it's a longer book, but don't be intimidated. Stephen King's writing style lends itself to a quick reading pace. His chapters in here are short, they're sharp. The characters are very sharp as well in their dialogue. Things move, they tick, it's a page turner. It's not an issue, really. What The Wastelands does that is a little bit different to the Dark Tower universe generally is it's even more otherworldly. It's even weirder and more bizarre and psychedelic than previous entries. And that's saying something, because The Drawing of the Free was a weird book. And I read The Talisman in between these books as well. And that's another weird book. But Stephen King, I don't know if he's on like a trip when he wrote this book, but it is super, super weird. It is even more bizarre and psychedelic than other entries we've had so far. What are the strengths of this novel? Well, definitely the characters, the character dynamics, the relationships between the characters they develop in this novel. And it's always a strong point of Stephen King's writing, and the nods to other parts of the Dark Tower. The multiverse, Stephen King's multiverse, are quite heavy in this. Maybe one of the heaviest books for multiverse references I've read so far. Very, very interesting stuff if you like your Stephen King lore. But what I will say is, it does lose its way. This novel, I'm sorry to say, I know this is a very well-respected novel. Most people's favourite book in the series, The Dark Tower. For me, it felt like Stephen King lost control of this novel. Despite some amazingly high points in this novel, it felt like he didn't know where it was going. Like he was making up as he goes along, as you do as a fiction novelist, but he was struggling to rein it back in. He trying to pull bits together in the dying chapters. Didn't really know where he was going with the novel. That's the feeling I get. It did affect my reading experience of this. I really, really enjoyed it still. I think it's a good book. I'd actually give it a 3.6 out of 5.